What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very simple lean-to between these two trees, parallel to the fire. Essentially, that's just one big crossbar, lots of poles, leaned up against it, 60 degrees. It'll provide me with a reflective heat from the fire. And also, if there is a dump of snow again, it'll provide me with protection. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. I'm feeling much better about myself today. It's not just the fire yesterday and the shelter that I'm in the middle of building, but also the knowledge that there are other mammals around me that are thriving here. I'm just gonna pepper in some smaller poles now, but the basic structure is there. What it then needs is some spruce boughs putting into it so that if it does snow, then there'll be a layer that the snow will settle on rather than just falling straight through these. Okay, that's a good enough covering for me. I'm now just gonna get a load of poles, lean them up against them to make sure that in a strong wind it doesn't all just blow up. Okay, that didn't work. Is it? Wow, it is. Didn't work for breaking the stick that I wanted to, but I was just trying to snap the stick in the tree, and it revealed this honeycomb. It's a bit black because it's winter. There's no bees around this time either because it's only queens that overwinter. But that is pure honey. Oh my goodness. In terms of energy, clearly it's not a massive amount, but that is pure sugar. It's just potluck, isn't it? Literally, by trying to snap a tree to build my shelter, it reveals this wild bee's nest. Sugar high. Yes! The water analogy is perfect. You just have to evolve. You have to allow yourself to flow. You have to rise to the challenge. Be fearless. Be brave. It's like, what is braveness? I guess it's confronting things that you know are going to be difficult, you know that are going to be hard. I think being a parent for me is a fantastic thing because I find myself being naturally brave. If Rand's around or if Molly or Millie are around, but it just comes 100% natural in looking after them and making sure they're safe. But I'll be the first to admit, when you come into a wilderness situation like this, use that parenting style and I have to handhold myself through situations. Constantly having conversations with myself saying, it's gonna be all right, Ed. You're gonna be able to do this. You can do it. Here's the moment of truth. Oh my God, this bed is comfy. Really, really comfy, not pretend comfy, not let's pretend it's comfy for TV comfy. Proper comfy. All right. What I want to do, because these pines are everywhere, is just open as many of the little nuts that I can as possible. And putting them into a bit of bark, I'm then going to use 2 stones. It's going to work a little bit like a pestle and mortar. The wind direction changes by the second round here. Normally, you should make one of these things at 90 degrees to the wind. See, it's gone now, and it's fine. But I'm going to try and grind the pine nuts into a kind of flour. Try and make a little paste. I'm going to try toasting them over the fire. Yes. And make little Johnny cakes out of pine nuts. Got another idea of a way of making these that might be a little bit faster. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I'd always wondered why the Ashaninka women chew the yucca in order to make masato, which is their fermented drink. The reason they chew it probably is the same reason I've just started chewing this as well. They don't have a blender. They don't have a food processor. But they do have a mouth. There's my mush. I think the best way of doing this is literally to push the fire away from me and leave a bed of embers. And I'm literally gonna make little balls, flatten them ever so slightly, and pop them on the embers. Needless to say, never done this before, but they're sticking together without an egg yolk. Oh my goodness. These are gonna be phenomenal! Look at those. That's golden brown. I've just made a cake. I've processed it in my mouth. Oh my God. That is like a protein ball. It is a protein and fat ball. That is out of this world. Honestly, better than anything my wife cooks. Joke, Laura. Today's been a solid day. Solid in the fact that I had targets, I worked hard, and I achieved them. I've got myself a shelter. I've got myself a bed. It's comfortable. It's all the more rewarding. To end it on a meal like that, it's just decadence. I am exhausted though now. Right, that's me. Morning. It snowed in the night. Everything was covered in snow. Except my bed. Look at that. Tiny bit of snow on the corner down there. But the vast majority is snow-free, which means the shelter worked. Still snowing. Very lightly, but it's still snowing. I've woken up feeling just somewhat depleted, I have to say. Starting to get tired now. If I'm honest, I am starting to get tired. It's good that I've been able to make myself a base. Pine nut cakes last night were amazing, but I feel like I need animal fats and animal protein. If I can fish, that will give me a different source of energy that will help keep me strong.
There's no suitable natural cordage at this time of year, so I'm making a drastic decision.
This is an emergency medical kit, but I guess this qualifies as emergency for me. Right, there's crepe bandages and safety pins. I could definitely use as hooks. That is obviously made out of cotton, I guess. It's soft. It's got lots of little strands. That comes out amazing, doesn't it? Look. Right, I'm just tying one end onto the safety pin. Okay, we've got 4-ply fishing line made out of a crepe bandage. And then in terms of the hook, literally just bend it up. Right, it's pretty crude, but look, you've got a hook like that attached to crepe bandage cordage. Right, I'm just gonna stick the center of the hook straight through the fish head. Beautiful. The plan is to literally just chip little holes in the ice, and then these sticks are just gonna sit across the top and allow the hook and line to dangle in the water below the hole. Okay, let's go fishing. Because of the snowfall last night, I'm going to walk out, try and use a combination of a branch to brush the snow away, pole to test the thickness of the ice, just to make sure that I don't take a tumble, basically. There's obviously an element of risk in this, especially with the snow as fresh as it is. It's sort of masking the conditions of the ice. I'm through. Fish head going in. Oh, it's sinking nicely to the bottom as well. Excellent. Right, let's find a location for the second one. I do need to be careful around there. The ice is thin. There's a slightly thinner patch of ice, which is the only place I can get through the ice. Okay, second trap going in. Okay, 2 traps set. I just went through the ice. That is cold. Everything's wet. Literally, I went right under my head. The ice is so deceptive. Where's the camp? Where's the camp? I need to get back to the fire, crank it up. Where is it? Where is it? I need to heat up. Oh, I can feel my limbs starting to slow down and freeze up. Just went in again. The most important thing is get this fire going. I'm changing it from a long fire into a start fire because I need concentrated heat. Okay. Everything off. That was so stupid. That was so stupid. I've got a fleece, What am I doing? In all the haste, I forgot that I hadn't got all my layers on. How stupid is that? I'm sitting here in wet pants. I'm actually going to take my pants off now, but I'm not going to show you that. Oh my goodness me. Snowflakes falling down everywhere. Hopefully the stuff that's drying around the fire is drying quicker than it's getting wet. Almost back to square one. It's like you go ahead in a game of sport and then the opposition get an interception and run the length of the pitch and score. And you're just like, right, back to the drawing board. My boot had fallen into the fire and that has melted. Today's not my day, is it? I think another reason that I started to feel down yesterday is that I'm just starving, absolutely starving. You can only eat so many pine nuts. It's animal fats and proteins that I'm absolutely craving, and I need them both to restore my energies, but also to pick me up from a morale perspective. I really, really, really need those nutrients. They're in there. I've seen the evidence. The otters are catching them. They might have a slight upper hand in terms of experience out here over me, but I should be able to make this work. You're more intelligent than an otter, Ed. Don't know about that, actually. I am gonna get fish today. That is my ultimate aim. Nothing on this one. Nothing. Okay, no fish caught overnight. That's it is disheartening, but they're both baited again. I think it's a good spot. I'm confident this is a good spot. It's nice and deep. It's just life, isn't it? It's just trapping. You've just got to be patient, keep the traps out there, let them work. But no fish today.
It's been 7 days, and I've eaten nothing but pine nuts.
Today, the fish traps are gonna work. Come on. It's a sunny day. Everything is possible. Fingers, toes, everything crossed.
Ho, ho, ho! It's a fish! It's a rainbow trout! Oh my goodness. Hello, mate.
Look at that! Look at that! He's a beauty. An absolute beauty. I was expecting a grayling. Never was I expecting a rainbow trout. Just think of all the fat and protein that is in that. All right, back to the fire, crank it up, nice bed of embers, and fish for lunch. At last! I'm gonna steam the fish, so I'm gonna put a bed of moss down, then I'm gonna put the fish down, then I'm gonna put a bed of moss on top. And fingers crossed, the result will be a succulent, steamed rainbow trout. Fish straight on top. I've not gutted it, but deliberately. And let's put a bit of seasoning on it. And then, in order to make it actually steam, trapping that moisture in, I'm just gonna put all of the rest of these nicely moist bits of moss on top. Oh, look at that, steaming away. Nothing like a good steamer. They should retain enough heat to cook that to perfection. 20, 25 minutes, should be done.